good afternoon, good afternoon to each and every single one of you. How are you guys all doing? Hope you're all having a good week. Hope you're all having a good day, and I hope you're all having an amazing Tuesday afternoon so far in this week of November 2025. We are back with our F125 Max Verstappen driver career season 1 with Red Bull Racing. We are in talks to join a new team for season 2 for Max Verstappen. We are currently in talks with McLaren for a drive with them for our season 2 Max Verstappen driver career on F125. We've got 2 races in store for you today. One round 9 and round 10 of the current 2025 Formula 1 World Championship season. We do a 16 race calendar. We race on 60 AI difficulty. We race with a lot of the assists on as well. So if anybody's going to moan, if anybody's going to complain, if anybody's going to throw their toys out the pram about what AI difficulty is on, what assists I race on with well, then please just switch off and please do not watch the stream, because I can do what the fuck I want with my driver career and with Max Verstappen as well. So if anybody's got any problems or any issues, my best recommendation is don't watch the stream, go and watch something else, because I'm not going to have people dictate to me about what AI I use, what assists I use. I'm not going to let anyone dictate on how my driver career should go on F125. This is my game, my game, nobody else's, and this is what I want to do for my content. So please smash that like button if you're new to my TikTok. Please give me a follow as well, would really appreciate it. This is season 1. This is our Max Verstappen driver career on F125 on round 9 and round 10 of the current 2025 Formula 1 World Championship calendar. We do a 16 race calendar. We've got 7 races remaining of this season. Up first is the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungaroring, and then we've got the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort, which is Max Verstappen's home race in the Netherlands. We have got 8 wins from 8. Can we make it 10 wins from 10? Let's see what happens on today's live stream. We've finished P1 in our first 8 races of the season. What I'm trying to do with this season is try and go all 16 races, all 16 wins, P1 in every single race. We've done the qualifying, we've done the practice sessions. We are in talks to join McLaren for a season 2 drive. I want to move team because McLaren, I've got the best car and the best driver lineup on the grid. So I'm going to try and get into McLaren. But my plan, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to lead McLaren at the garden path, because I don't really want to go to McLaren. I want to go to Ferrari and have a Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton like partnership, or a potential Verstappen and Charles Leclerc driver lineup. So I really want to go to Ferrari, and that can only happen if we get to Abu Dhabi. And when you get your contract event, I'm kind of hoping that Ferrari are going to be there waiting for me. So I'm basically trying to lead McLaren on and trying to think, oh, I'll join the team, I'll definitely join you, but as soon as Ferrari come in, I'm going to jump ship from the McLaren talks and jump straight into Ferrari. And depending on who Ferrari keep, which at the moment I would probably think they'll probably drop Lewis Hamilton and replace Verstappen, myself with him in Ferrari, and have a Leclerc Verstappen lineup in Ferrari. But again, McLaren are the quickest team. Look at where their vehicle is. Look where their car is. It's top of the tree. No one can really compete with them. But if you look at the standings, we're leading the constructors by 14 points. So McLaren are very hot on our tail. But we are leading the driver standings on 208 points. So I think we've currently got... So if it was 209 points, we would have a 100-point gap. So I think at the moment we've got a 99-point gap at the moment. So if we can make it 10 wins from 10, I would like to say we're going to have this championship won very quickly. But we've got to win these next 2 races. Again, I'm not a big fan of the Hungarian Grand Prix. It's not one of my favourites. The Hungaroring isn't exactly a track that I like. And we've got 35 laps of it today. So let's see how we get on. The weather is perfectly fine for this race. There's no rain expected. And hopefully we are going to be leading from lap 1 right till the end of lap 35 is the plan on today's live stream. Let's hope this does go well. And let's hope we have a good stream today on F125 as well. Again, why aren't you spending the R&D points, says George. Well, George, we aren't spending the R&D points, mate, because we are in talks to join McLaren for season 2. So I'm currently saving up all the R&D points that I get from all the practice sessions and all the weekly resources.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action.
I can upgrade the car and make that car even more of a rocket ship than what it already is.
Current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts.
So that's why I'm
14 corners then for our drivers to navigate at the 2.7-mile Hungaro ring
today.
Because
I don't really want to have to keep carrying Red Bull,
around
like,
a lap here, with average speeds in the
I'm
region of
winning all the races.
120
I'm getting
miles
most
per
of the
hour.
points. I'm getting most of the championship points for the Constructors' Championship. So I don't really want to have to keep carrying Tsunoda all my life.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race.
Again,
Max
apologies
Verstappen
that
put in a
I'm not
fantastic lap
100%
yesterday,
fit at the moment.
and he'll
I've
start
got a
from
really
pole
bad
position,
cold and a really
just
sore
ahead
throat,
of George
so
Russell, who
I'm
starts
not
this
exactly
event from
100%
P2.
well at the moment,
Moving
so
on
I'm
to
going
the
to try
rest
my
of the
best to stream
grid,
today
we
as much
have
as possible, but I am
Piastri,
massively
Hamilton,
under the weather.
Lando
And
Norris,
I'm really struggling to,
Albon,
do a lot at the moment.
Antonelli,
but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep grafting
and
it.
Fernando
And
Alonso.
I'm not going to let this cold beat me. I've had colds
Stroll,
before, and I'm not
Yuki
going to let it beat
Tsunoda,
me again.
and
But to have a
Gasly,
cold and sore throat,
Leclerc,
especially at this time of the year, is a massive pain in the ass.
And
hello
Liam
to
Lawson,
Mr. Liam F.
Stewart,
Mr. Liam
and Nico Hulkenberg rounds off the grid.
TikTok.
And now
How
it's
you doing,
time
mate?
to head down to the
How
track.
are you doing, my friend? How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having a good day.
And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary,
hope you're having an
Schiff.
amazing Tuesday afternoon as
Let's
well.
look at their season, and particularly against their teammates. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not.
Yes,
and
for
to be
sure.
honest
it is
with you,
never
if
nice
Red Bull
to be
do,
on the receiving end of that
if I do
teammate
leave Red
battle,
Bull, it'd
to
be
be the
interesting
one
to
not
see who
winning.
they
But for the
replace me
driver
with.
who is on
Like,
the upper
I'm
hand,
happy for
it's a real
Max. Yeah, I mean,
confidence
Max had a
boost because, as you know,
fantastic race
the first
on
job in
Sunday.
Formula One is
Won
to
the
beat
Las
your
Vegas Grand
teammates.
Prix due
It is
to
a team
Lando
sport,
Norris
but at the
making
end
a
of the day,
massive,
that's the
massive
only
mistake from the
driver on the
start of
grid
the
that's got
race.
equal
But also,
equipment to you, so it's the
McLaren
best
are
indication
cheating
of how you're
bastards
doing. So for
because
them, it's going to be a
both
real
cars
confidence
were
boost.
over the legal limit on the plank, and both cars got disqualified.
Okay,
so
let's have a comms check.
Max Verstappen could still win the Drivers' Championship, and if he does win it, if Max Verstappen does win 5 Drivers' Championship titles in a row, then you have to say fair play. You've got to say fair play to him, because I don't feel like there's any other driver currently in the sport that can win 5 on the bounce. He has done so well to get himself back into this championship hunt, and I tell you what, if he does do it and he does win 5 championships, I'd have to say that's probably one of the greatest achievements I've ever seen in the sport, because I don't think any other driver in Formula 1 history has gone on to win 5 championships in a row. I don't think anybody else has actually done it, apart from maybe Michael Schumacher. I'm not 100% sure. So, if he does win it, then it is McLaren's own fault. They shouldn't have cheated at the weekend, and they should have had their car in the legal terms of what the car should have been. They did cheat. McLaren did cheat at the weekend and tried to get away with it, and unfortunately McLaren got caught out. McLaren got caught, and unfortunately it is their own fault, and if they bottle the Drivers' Championship, it's going to be fucking hilarious. But Max, a lot's going to have to happen for Max to win it. I feel sorry for Kimi that he didn't go on the podium with his... Oh, yeah, I know, right. I know, right. I mean, Antonelli had a good race at the weekend. Even though he had that 5-second penalty, he still ended up finishing on the podium.
We can now use
due to
DRS.
Piastri and Norris
DRS now
both getting
available.
disqualified. So, Kimi Antonelli's had back-to-back podiums, which is fantastic for the sport. I mean, I think it shows the talent, the skill and the passion he's actually got in that car. I think it shows what a top quality racing driver he's actually going to become. And like I say, my parents are massive fans of Kimi Antonelli, and so am I. And my dad keeps saying that he's going to win the championship
Battery
one day.
charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
I wouldn't be too far on of putting a bet on next season for him to do it, because at the moment his form is very good. And yes, he does make a mistake. He made a mistake at the start of the race, but at the end of the day, he's doing really well. Wouldn't say that they did it on purpose. Was only 0.1 of a millimetre less. Just didn't expect so much. Where, yeah, but they still should. Piastri and Norris still should have had their cars in the legal limits, though. They still should have had make sure that those cars were legal from the start. I mean, my parents did say to me, "Is it sabotage? Is someone in that McLaren garage sabotaging the championship for them?" Because to not just have one car but both cars disqualified from the race. You've got to question: is there something going on inside McLaren to sabotage their championship? Because if both drivers bot on it, it's going to be freaking hilarious, because they've led the championship since day number 1, and both drivers have had an opportunity to clinch this championship on so many occasions, and both drivers are basically sweating on the last 2 races of the season, and it's _Alex says United. Yeah, don't get me started with that bloody football club. That was a bloody disgrace yesterday. That was an absolute freaking shit show yesterday. Nothing more than a complete and utter disgrace for Manchester United, and for Ruben Amorim as well. But I'll tell you what, if Piastri and Norris both lose this championship, I've got no sympathy for them. I've utterly got no sympathy for the drivers, because they've had opportunities to have this championship wrapped up, and both drivers have bottled it. And if Max Verstappen does win 5 in a row, then you're going to have to say that's probably one of the greatest sporting achievements that F1 has ever seen, because I haven't seen any other driver win 5 championships in a row. I don't know if Schumacher's done it, I don't know if Hamilton's done it, but I'd never known a driver on Max Verstappen's level to go 5 championship wins in a row. And if he does do it, then fair play to him. Because if you look back at August, if you look back at June, if you look back in July, he was nowhere near winning the championship. And he's got himself into a position where he could do it for a 5th time in a row. And if he does do it, he has to be considered one of the greatest ever drivers that Formula 1 has ever seen. And again, when Max Verstappen won his first ever race for Red Bull, everybody said that driver's going to be special. And I tell you what, I 100% agree. Like, even though he's had his moments on track and he's done stupid things, the skill and the talent Max Verstappen's got to get him back in this championship contention now after this weekend's result just gone, it shows how talented and how skillful he actually is. Michael Schumacher did Hamilton, then he did 5. So Michael Schumacher has done 5 championships in a row, which is interesting. So Max Verstappen has got a new opportunity to equal a record that Michael Schumacher did by winning 5 championships in a row. And again, we are getting to that prediction where I said it's going to go to the last race of the season. It's going to go to Abu Dhabi, and every driver's going to be level on points. Lando's winning the championship. Well, Lando's going to have to. Lando has got an opportunity to wrap this up in Qatar this weekend coming. He's going to have to win the sprint, and he's going to have to win the main race. But I'll tell you what, everybody's going to be keeping a close eye on McLaren now, because theoretically they did cheat at the weekend.
Okay,
McLaren
so we're leading our teammate by
McLaren tried to cheat and they
14.2
got
seconds.
caught out. And unfortunately, I've got no space for cheating in the sport. Well, I think he does have to win the sprint, because if Max Verstappen wins the sprint and he wins the main race itself, then Lando is going to need a bloody miracle going into Abu Dhabi. He's going to need an absolute miracle. And I still think it's going to go down to Abu Dhabi, and I think we're going to have the 2021
no issues with tyre wear for now.
all
Keep
over
taking care
again,
of
where
them.
it's going to be close by like a point or 2. That's where I think I've been saying it for God knows how many weeks. This has been set for Abu Dhabi all along. And if the FIA have got anything to do with it, they'll make sure that Verstappen wins 5 in a row. They'll make sure that Verstappen does it, because they did it in 2021. So I wouldn't rule out foul play in Abu Dhabi again just for Verstappen to win the championship, because it didn't look likely in June and July and August, and now look. Okay, but that's because of the layout of Vegas. It's a bumpy circuit. Qatar is very different. Yeah, Qatar is a very, very different track to Vegas. I completely agree. Plus, you do seem to pick up a lot of punctures in that Grand Prix as well, especially on the outskirts of the circuit. So it'd be interesting to see if any drivers do pick up any type of punctures at the weekends, because we've known in the past how many punctures drivers have had on that track. So Qatar is going to offer a completely different challenge to what Vegas has offered. But if Max Verstappen does it, then fair play to him. Fair play. If you're new to my TikTok, give me a follow, smash that like button as well, would really appreciate it. But yeah, like, if Verstappen does do it, then fair play. Because, again, I'm not Verstappen's biggest fan, right? I'm not Max Verstappen's biggest fan. I'm not really a fan of what he does on the track sometimes and off the track.
Okay, Max.
Again, I'm not really a big fan
now,
either.
so let's use it and make
But
this
at the end
next
of the
lap
day,
a quick one. Let's go.
What he's done to get himself back into this championship is nothing more than remarkable. Like, since Christian Horner was sacked by Red Bull, you look at them now, they're like on a completely different level, and that car seems like a completely different machine than what it was under Christian Horner. And I don't know if Horner was holding Red Bull back, but all of a sudden you've got rid of your main team principal, and all of a sudden that car's now like a fucking rocket ship. I don't know what was going on at Red Bull. I think he'll be depressed if Lando doesn't win it. What do you do for work? Says Ben. I'm going full time with TikTok, Ben. I'm going full time with my TikTok, so I'm a full time TikTok content creator. So that's what I do. That's what I would say my career is. I'm going full time with TikTok.
Great stuff, mate. You hit the
Please
target
smash that
well
like
there.
button, everybody.
There's a long
Please
way to
give
go
me
in
a
this
follow
race,
on
though, so
TikTok
keep
if
your
you're
head
new.
down.
Really appreciate your guys' support on this Tuesday afternoon. Sorry that I'm showing a lack of energy. What was you doing before? Well, I mean, I've been to college and stuff, and you know, I've got diplomas and stuff like that. So, yeah. Red Bull had a lot behind the scenes. Oh yeah, there was a lot of shit going on behind at Red Bull, but I think sacking Christian Horner was probably the right thing to do, because all of a sudden Red Bull looked like a completely different team now. There seems like a united front at Red Bull now than what it was under Christian Horner. Red Bull look a lot better than what they were, and fair play to them, because maybe Christian Horner was making a lot of decisions that people weren't really a big fan of. So, fair play to Red Bull for getting back to where they should be. Fair play to them, because it shows that if you sack somebody that's been there for God knows how long, and you make that decision, you're going to have to make sure that that decision is correct. And fair play to what Laurent Mekies is actually doing at Red Bull, because he seems to have got that team back to where it should be. So I think if Red Bull clinch second in the Constructors and win the Drivers' Championship, then McLaren have massively bottled the drivers. And I don't know if it's down to the mistakes that Piastri and Norris have made, but there clearly something has not been right at McLaren for many weeks, and I don't know what that is. I can't really pinpoint why Norris and Piastri have bottled this championship. And if I was Norris, and if I was Piastri, I would have been absolutely fuming after Sunday's race. You've put in all that time, all that energy and all that effort to, you know, get on the podium and finish about P4, P5. And then you find out after the race that both of you have been disqualified. I mean, it must be a massive kick in the
Green
teeth.
flag.
Like, it must be massively embarrassing, because you're representing that team, you're driving that car, and yet your team have massively fucked you over. And I do wonder if there's someone in that McLaren team sabotaging the championship. I just wonder if it's complete sabotage. And you never know. There could be something going on behind the scenes at McLaren, that somebody is trying to derail the inevitable. Someone's trying to derail Piastri. Someone's trying to derail Norris. You do wonder if that's what's going on, because there must be some suspicion going on that maybe someone in that McLaren team wants Verstappen to win it, because it shows that McLaren have got a driver lineup problem, and maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to sabotage both drivers by sabotaging the team. I bet Netflix will probably capture it for Drive to Survive. Oh yeah, they probably will. I mean, I want to try and get Netflix back, because I actually love watching Drive to Survive, and that would be interesting to see if that actually does get picked up. It would be interesting to see if that actually does get picked up, because if it does, then it's going to be a massive wake-up call.
Use your
for the
overtake
sport.
button
And I'll
more.
tell
It's
you
time to
what,
utilise some of this
McLaren
energy.
are going
Come
to
on.
be watched like a hawk at the weekend. McLaren are going to have everybody's eyes on them because of what happened in Vegas. What happens in Vegas should have stayed in Vegas, but unfortunately, a lot of teams knew that McLaren cheated. So, at the end of the day, McLaren have got nowhere to hide now, and everybody's eyes is going to be on them ahead of Sunday's race. And that car is going to be looked over with a fine-tooth comb, because they won't want McLaren doing a double DNF cheating scandal. And they're probably going to get massively fined for it. they're probably going to get a massive fine. And whoever decided to put the illegal limits of the plank of where the car sits on, they're going to get massively in trouble. And I wouldn't be surprised behind the scenes at McLaren, whoever was responsible for that double disqualification has probably been sacked or probably had to resign due to their failure. And I felt sorry for Norris because he should have won that. He could have won that race, but again, look at the start of that first lap. He went in massively deep, went massively wide, and Verstappen got him on the first corner of the first lap. And it was like, I've not seen Norris make mistakes lately. I mean, Brazil was a masterclass, and you know, so was Mexico. And you're looking at it now, and it's like, bloody hell! Like, I didn't expect Norris and Piastri to make the mistakes they've made. I really thought the Drivers' Championship would have been wrapped up. But unfortunately, both drivers have paid the price. Both drivers are massively responsible for bottling the Drivers' Championship. Norris didn't need to race Max. Norris only needs to finish second behind Max and he wins the title. I think what needs to happen, Norris needs to win the sprint, get those extra 8 points, win the race, which is an extra 25. So if he can get 33 points from 33 on Sunday, Norris will win the championship. Norris can do it this weekend. But what I'm saying is, based on the form guide at the moment, Max Verstappen's probably favourite for Sunday, I'd probably say. I'd probably say Max Verstappen is favourite to win the race and probably favourite to win the sprint. And if Piastri and Norris are nowhere near that top 3 by the race or by the sprint, then Verstappen's going to do it. And it will go down to Abu Dhabi all over again. There's been opportunities for these two drivers to win this championship and both of them have bottled it. And I've got no sympathy. I haven't really got any sympathy for Norris. I've got no sympathy for Piastri. They've made mistakes and it's massively cost both drivers. So at the end of the day, there's big problems at McLaren. George Russell is out of the session. George Russell is out of the Hungarian Grand Prix on F125. George Russell's out. And we've also lost Pierre Gasly as well from the race. So we've lost 2 drivers. There's only 18 drivers remaining on the grid. If I'm Lando, I'll be only focused on myself and to win the race. 2007 Lewis Alonso. Zach Brown should have kept Ricciardo, then Norris be the champion by now. I think McLaren have got the best driver lineup. I would say that McLaren have got the best driver lineup by a mile. If you look at every other driver lineup on that grid, I'd probably say bar Ferrari. I would probably say that, you know, McLaren have got the best driver lineup. The race difficulty is on 60% AI difficulty. That's what we race on. We do 3 different driving careers.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. And that is what we're sticking to, and I'm not changing it, and this is what I like to race on. I think McLaren have got the best driver lineup. I mean, Ferrari would probably say they have because they've got a 7-time world champion in their team, but it's not exactly gone great for Lewis Hamilton, is it? And if anybody saw Hamilton's comments at the weekend, he said that he's not looking forward to next season. That's a big alarm bell for Ferrari. When you've got your own driver saying, I'm not looking forward to the 2026 season. If I'm Lewis Hamilton, gut feeling, I would just retire now. If you're not looking forward to next season, why don't you just retire? Why don't you just stop? Because if you can't be bothered, Charles could leave as well. Well, there is rumours that apparently in 2027... and this is on Twitter. This is on X, by the way. Apparently, Charles Leclerc's going to be joining Aston Martin. Like, I don't know how true that is, by the way, though. Not saying it's true information. Not saying it's bang on or anything. But there's rumours Charles Leclerc's going to be joining Aston Martin in 2027. Now, if you're Aston Martin, you need to be having a brand new driver lineup. I'm done with this Alonso Stroll bullshit. Stroll shouldn't even be in the fucking sport. to be honest with you, and I'm on about Lance Stroll. I'm not on about his dad. I'm on about his son. Like, if Aston Martin are targeting championships and they're targeting constructors as well, then you need 2 drivers scoring points consistently in races. And I'm telling you, that Stroll and Fernando Alonso partnership isn't going to work. Ferrari could lose 2 drivers. Leclerc and Hamilton was never going to work. Both drivers wanted priority. I think Lewis will go to Audi. I don't know what's going to happen. Do you know what? I'm going to make a really bold prediction, right? And this is a massive bold prediction. I think Lewis Hamilton will call it quit at the end of the season. Ferrari will try and go for Piastri from McLaren. And then McLaren will have to find a replacement for Piastri. Who that's going to be, I don't know. To be honest with you, I've got absolutely no clue. Lewis to Audi would be incredible, but I don't think Audi are going to be changing their driver lineup, especially with Audi wanting a German driver, which they've got in Nico Hülkenberg, and obviously Bortoletto's there. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I think Hamilton will retire. McLaren will then try and target Oscar Piastri as his replacement. Charles Leclerc will do one more season at Ferrari. And apparently it's going to be in the first 3 or 4 races that Charles Leclerc will make his mind up to see if Aston Martin can compete. I honestly can't see George Russell going to McLaren. I don't think that would work, but maybe having 2 British drivers in the British team would make a lot of sense, and it would make a lot of money for sponsorships and stuff like that. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Hamilton's going to retire. Piastri's going to go to Ferrari. I think McLaren will try and target maybe... I mean, I don't know who would replace Piastri at McLaren, but I wouldn't say they would be able to get George Russell out of Mercedes, because that would be incredible considering he's just signed a new contract. Aston Martin had Vettel and Alonso
pit window now, and you're going to be on hard next time.
Would love Charles at Aston Martin. If you're new to my TikTok, everybody, please give me a follow. Smash that like button. Would really appreciate your guys' support on this Tuesday afternoon. But I think that's what's going to happen. Maybe that's what will happen. And thank you for the follow, by the way. Great to have you here. Bortoletto at McLaren. I mean, that's a bold statement. I mean, yeah, I suppose that could work. I mean, 2 young drivers in the same team. Lando leads the team as the #1 driver. Bortoletto learns off McLaren in Season 1 with Norris. I mean, it's a big statement, and it might just work. Piastri, I feel like he's got regret going to Ferrari. I think, right, if we're going to be crazy about driver lineups, this is my crazy prediction, right? Hear me out, right? Hear me out. Lewis Hamilton to retire. Piastri will join Ferrari. McLaren will try and get George Russell out of Mercedes, right? Then what's going to happen? Mercedes will then target Max Verstappen to bring him in for the 26th season. Red Bull will then have to make a decision on Tsunoda, Lawson and Hadjar. So what's going to happen? Red Bull will then promote Limbold into Red Bull instead of RB. They'll have Limbold and Hadjar in both the Red Bulls, right? You'll have Tsunoda and
Gap
Lawson
to your teammate
at
behind,
RB,
29.0
and that will complete the driver lineup. We know probably Behrman is going to Ferrari at some point. Yeah, I think that's probably the sensible option. I think Behrman at Ferrari makes a lot of sense. I think probably that's the most realistic driver I think Ferrari probably could get, because he has been on the Ferrari development program for a very, very long time. And I think that's probably the most logical replacement for Lewis Hamilton.
Let's be a bit more careful about where and when we use
maybe
Hamilton
and Alonso will retire at the same time. That is very, very true. Maybe Alonso and Hamilton will both retire at the end of the season, because I don't think Alonso will race forever and ever. Because if that Aston Martin is not competing next season, and obviously they've got Adrian Newey now, and obviously he's going to build them a championship-winning car, Aston Martin are probably hoping for. If it doesn't happen at Aston Martin next season for Alonso, I think Alonso will quit.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
I think Alonso will end up retiring because I don't think Alonso is going to keep going forever. Aston will then need 2 new drivers. Exactly. But I'm going to stand by my bold prediction. Hamilton to retire. Piastri to Ferrari. Right? McLaren will then target George Russell for Mercedes. George Russell joins McLaren. Then Mercedes will then target Max Verstappen. Verstappen will join Mercedes. Red Bull will then promote Hadjar as the new #1 driver at Red Bull. They'll then promote Limbold up from F2 straight into the Red Bull seat as the second driver. And then RB will go back with Lawson and Tsunoda. I know it's a big bold statement, but that is what I'm going to go for, and that's what I think might happen. It's a long shot, but you never know what can happen. We've seen stranger things in Formula 1 before. We've seen stranger things before. So anything can happen in this sport. And if Hamilton does retire, then that Ferrari seat is going to be open for every driver on the market. Every driver will then want that Ferrari seat. Behrman's eyes will light up. Alonso is Bortoletto's manager.
Please. Box this lap.
Do you know what? Knowing that is true, which it is, maybe Alonso has secret talks to Ferrari, thinking, right, you want a young driver, I've got a big suggestion. Why don't you promote Bortoletto from Audi into Ferrari? And again, someone has actually mentioned this before. Why don't they have Bortoletto at Ferrari?
Okay, 1 stop to go.
It's a long shot.
1 stop left in this strategy.
It's a big long shot call. But at the end of the day, if it makes a lot of sense to put Bortoletto in the Ferrari,
okay, let's go now.
to replace Hamilton,
that stop was slower
you've
than
got
we
a
ideally
younger
wanted to see.
driver in that team for the long term to partner Leclerc until Leclerc quits Ferrari, which I think is going to happen. I don't think Leclerc's
see
going
these
to
tyres through to the end now.
If these Aston Martin rumours are true, I don't think Leclerc's going to be there forever. Maybe a Bortoletto at Ferrari would make a lot of sense for everybody because he's a younger driver. He's done well this season. Yes, his Brazilian Grand Prix was an absolute disaster. Let's be honest with you, it was an absolute nightmare for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Bortoletto would be happy as a #2 as well. Yeah, because he could learn off Leclerc for at least a season and see what Leclerc does in the car compared to him. And then as soon as Leclerc departs, Bortoletto becomes the new #1 driver at Ferrari. And then you have two decent. Then maybe you then target Piastri to join Ferrari. I mean, I'm not saying all this is going to happen, but if Hamilton's not looking forward to next season, I would just quit while I'm ahead. I would just quit. I'm like, you know what? Enough's enough now. If I'm not competing in that car, there's not really any point me staying in the sport. There's not any point him staying. So I think the logical thing for Hamilton is just retire when the going gets good. Because at the end of the day, if Hamilton's not happy, you can't keep having this next season for Ferrari. And you can't keep having
tyre condition still looking good.
Probably coming up with. Because Lewis isn't happy. You can tell in that Ferrari he is massively, massively unhappy. The season he thought was going to have hasn't worked. And unfortunately,
okay,
he's paid
Yuki
the price
is coming in for his stop now.
He has paid the price. So Hamilton's got big problems. Hamilton has got big, big issues at Ferrari. And he's only really got himself to blame. He shouldn't have quit Mercedes, knowing Mercedes' package for 2026 was going to be good, with all the rumours that they are going to be dominating next season. Maybe Hamilton should have stuck around. Maybe Hamilton should have said, you know what, I'm just going to have one more
Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to.
Because I'm not going to win the championship. I'm not really competing on the grid. I'm having my worst season ever in the sport. And I'm only finishing about P8, P9 every race for Ferrari. And he even said in Vegas that that race for him was a complete disaster. I mean, I don't think it needed a rocket scientist to say that race for him was a disaster. He made up 12 spots, only because Piastri and Norris got disqualified. If they both were still in the race and didn't get that DSQ, then Hamilton would have only finished 10th. 10 spots. 10 spots he would have gained.
The car behind you has just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres.
I wouldn't say it's
great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
And I think Hamilton's had enough. I think Hamilton's had enough in Formula 1. I'm really sorry to say it. I think the days of Lewis Hamilton in Formula 1 is coming to an end. Like, if you've watched Cars 3, remember when Lightning McQueen had that really bad crash at the start of the film? Remember when he had that really bad crash? Remember when Lightning McQueen had that really bad crash at the start of Cars 3? And his racing days are coming to an end, which they were. He then took on Cruz Ramirez, didn't he? And I think the Lewis Hamilton situation is very, very much the same as Lightning McQueen. The more continuation Hamilton does in F1, the more damage he's going to do for himself. Like, he can't go on forever. And I don't know why he wouldn't stop, because he's won 7 titles. He apparently is the greatest driver ever. So why not just quit when you basically know that you're not really going to be able to do a lot more in the sport? I know he wants championship number 8, and I get that. He wants to win championship number 8, which is understandable, and I respect it. He wants to win an 8th championship. But the more he continues racing, the more damage he's going to do. And I don't think that's healthy for him. And I don't think it's healthy for the sport, because you don't want to see a 7-time world champion suffering the way he is.
Hit
like,
that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
But at the end of the day, you shouldn't have joined them. Like, it was a massive risk, and it hasn't worked. But remember when he did sign for them, I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my god, he's joining Ferrari. Like, I'd never thought he'd ever leave that Mercedes team. And look at the situation now. Look at it now. It's been an absolute shit show for him. Like, he's won 1 sprint race, and that's it. That's all he's done at Ferrari, is win a sprint race. And yeah, Ferrari played a gamble with Hamilton, and it's not worked. They shouldn't have did it. Ferrari should have went nowhere near. And my dad even said to me, do you know what, son? Ferrari made a mistake signing him. And it's like, do you know what? At the start, I was like, yeah, I think you probably could win an 8th championship. But if I knew it was going to be this bad at Ferrari for him, I'd be like, yeah, they have made a massive, massive mistake. And they have. Yeah, Ferrari has been a shit show. Yeah, it has been. Like, I don't know what Fred Vasseur has actually done in that team, but I think he's taken Ferrari 10 steps backwards than where they were last season. At least Carlos Sainz and bloody Leclerc were actually winning races. Like, look at it now. Like, look at it now. Like, it's an absolute shit show. Like, Ferrari weren't this bad last season, and since Hamilton's come along, they've gone 10 times backwards. And I don't know if that is because the car is so shit, or is it down to the drivers? Because I think, hasn't one of the Ferrari bosses above Fred Vasseur come out and said that their drivers do too much talking and they should do their talking on track? I mean, I don't know who this guy is or who the fuck he thinks he is, but at the end of the day, how dare you tell your drivers, oh, do your talking on the track, you do too much talking off it instead of it. It's like, but they're just being honest about the situation. The car absolutely sucks. The team is on its fucking knees, and Ferrari are in a mess. And the problem is, the Ferrari fans, like myself, the Tifosi, are so fed up of Ferrari suffering, because we all want to see Ferrari win. I don't think there's one person out there who doesn't want to see Ferrari start winning championships and driving championships. There's not one person out there who can't say, oh, I don't want Ferrari to do well. Everybody knows how iconic Ferrari have been in this sport. But if it carries on, you've got to question, should they keep doing it? Should they keep carrying on in Formula 1? Because at the end of the day, they're getting worse as a team. It's like Manchester United, slowly but surely we're getting worse. It's not getting any better for them. So, if Lando outscores Max Oscar by 2 points in Qatar, he will be champion. Exactly. Tyler's absolutely
okay,
right.
So we're leading our teammate
if Lando
by
outscores Max and Oscar by 2
seconds.
points on Sunday and Saturday, Lando Norris is world champion. But Max wins the sprint, Max wins the race, it goes down to Abu Dhabi. If you're new to my TikTok, by the way, please give me a follow, smash that like button, would really appreciate your guys' support on this Tuesday afternoon. 2019 they had an illegal engine Ferrari, 2020 they were nowhere. Exactly. But look at Ferrari now. They're even more of a bloody mess, and it's embarrassing for the sport because I want to see Ferrari do well. I would like to see Hamilton win an 8th and then retire. I would like to see Leclerc win a few championships.
We've got a lot of spare energy.
Rate, it isn't going to happen anytime soon. It's not going to happen. How are you winning by so much?
Okay, to use your overtake
because
button.
It's on 60 AI difficulty, and this is what we've been racing on for season 1. We also do this for our Charles Leclerc career and our Lewis Hamilton driver career as well. I'm still pissed off after last night's game, just not good enough. Yep, so am I. Completely agree with that. Ferrari are a mess. They could have won the title with Vettel. Well, Vettel's kind of done what Hamilton's done. He left Red Bull thinking he was going to go to Ferrari and dominate, and look what happens. Dan says, up the toffees. If you are new to my TikTok, please give me a follow. Smash that like button as well if you are currently watching this live stream. Would very much appreciate it. I think Vettel made a mistake leaving Red Bull. Like, even Vettel made a mistake. Like, I think he wanted to do what Schumacher did. He wanted to go to Ferrari and win 7 titles and match him. And unfortunately, Vettel couldn't, because that Ferrari back then was a load of shit as well. So, I think at the end of the day, no matter who you've got in that Ferrari, no matter what driver lineup you've got, whatever's going on with that car, you're not going to be able to drive it. The situation becomes untenable. Even if Max went to Ferrari, I wouldn't even say he would do well. I mean, I don't know. If Max went to Ferrari, I mean, it's a big call if he did go there, to be honest with you. It is a big call. It is a big call, to be honest. It is a big call, but would Max ever go to Ferrari? I mean, it would be an interesting situation. I mean, I could never imagine Max inside of a Ferrari, but I think Max has got more opportunities at Mercedes considering the 2026 package that Mercedes are going to have. And if it's that good what people are saying it's going to be, then
okay, Max,
then I think Max should have left Red Bull at the end of the season
so let's have a big
push and gone to Mercedes, because if they've got the best package, then what's the point staying at Red Bull when you know you're not going to be able to compete in them? That's the thing I would say is a bit wrong with Max. I wouldn't stay in a team that aren't really going to win you any more championships. But if they win him a 5th, then maybe he does jump ship. Maybe he does leave Red Bull at the end of next season. But I don't know. Like, I want to see Ferrari do well. They're one of my favourite teams. I like their driver lineup. I love Lewis Hamilton in that Ferrari. I'm more of a fan of his now than what I was in Mercedes because, yeah, I prefer Ferrari. Ferrari are one of my god teams, so, you know, even though I've got respect for him for what he's done in the sport.
Good job, that was the
I want to
fastest
see
lap
him
of the
do
race
well
so
at
far.
Ferrari. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not his biggest fan, but even though I'm doing a drivers' championship with him on F1 25, like, I want to see him do well in the sport. Like, I think we all do, and I think it is all hurting us seeing him do so badly. Because he's been such an iconic name for this sport, and yet to see him suffering the way he is in that car, it is heartbreaking. It's like, you have to feel sorry for Lewis, because it's like he wanted to go to Ferrari and win. And that hasn't happened. He's won a sprint race in China. I mean, not like that was any difficult, to be honest. yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Red Bull do without Max. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see because there'll be a lot more responsibility on the younger driver. Yeah, the younger drivers that they probably will go with, because I think Isaac Kadja is definitely a name that Red Bull will have in their team next season. And if Isaac Kadja does go to Red Bull, I am going to do a driver career with him on this game, because obviously we're not getting F126
great stuff.
Next year, are we? F126 will be on F125, so make that make any sense. But I think that's going to cost people a bit of extra money if that's correct. F126 won't be happening, but the F126 season will be on F125, so we won't be able to get rid of this game. We'll have to keep it because the new season will be on F125, so make that make any bloody sense.
Okay, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
F125. And we're not getting a new F1 game until 2027, which absolutely sucks. So make that make any sense. We're not getting F126, right? But they're going to add the F126 season to F125. Why not just bring out F126? Like, I know you're going to have to, because you're going to have to add all the regulation changes in. You're going to have to make all the driver changes. You're going to have to add Cadillac in. Like, they're going to have so much to do on F125, EA. He was robbed in 2021, says Tyler. Yeah, he was robbed. But again, the FIA were right up Verstappen's ass that year, so unfortunately we can't turn back time now, just like Cher. If I could turn back time. Unfortunately we can't do that.
Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data.
At
so
the end of the
keep
day,
doing what you're doing.
Hamilton
I'll let you know if we notice any
8th
genuine
in
problems.
2021, I think he probably would have called it quits. I think he probably would have said, you know what, I've got 8. The FIA have been bad since 20... Oh yeah, they have, haven't they? They've been an absolute mess for the motorsport. It's not really improved. Well, I just need to go and get some tissue very quickly. I will be back. Let's talk amongst yourselves for a little bit. Right, I'm back, everybody. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm massively under the weather at the moment. I've got a cold and a sore throat, so I'm not exactly feeling that great at the moment. So I've not got the energy to show the passion I want to show at the moment, so I apologise for this. Yeah, apologies for this. I've not been well for that. I've not been well for 3 days now. So, yeah, apologies for that. I am back now, though. But yeah, the FIA have been bad for F1 since the 2021 season. They robbed Hamilton of an 8th championship. Because I think they all probably got fed up of him winning it so many times, they thought we need to change this quickly. Because otherwise F1's just going to get really boring. And I'm not saying that, you know, Max winning 5 in a row is boring, because he's got himself into a situation where both Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri have bottled it. And imagine if both drivers bottled it on Saturday and Sunday. and Verstappen won the sprint and won the main race, and then went out to Abu Dhabi and won, and he won the championship for a 5th time. Could you just imagine the outroar? Can you imagine the uproar? I'm not saying I don't want Max to win it. I would like to see him win 5 in a row, because it shows that he's one of the greatest drivers ever in the sport to do it. He's matched Michael Schumacher by doing 5 in a row. All he's got to do is win 2 more, and then he's on level terms with Michael. So you've got to say, from the perspective that, you know, he's done incredibly well to get himself back in this fight, which I'm really happy for, because I want to see a 3-way fight for the championship on the last race of the season. That is what I'm really hoping is going to happen, and I've been saying it for weeks, haven't I? That I want it to go down to the last race of the season, drivers are level on points, let's fight for this championship once and for all. That is what I wanted to see, and I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. And I think that will happen anyway. I think this is going down to Abu Dhabi, personally. I've been saying it for weeks. That it's going down last race of the season, winner takes all. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think that would be the most nervous day anybody's going to be. I bet everybody in Abu Dhabi is going to be nervous as fuck on that Sunday. I think that's going to be nerve-wracking. If it does go down to Abu Dhabi, that weekend is going to be nerve-wracking. Because no one knows what's going to happen. No one knows who's going to win this championship.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more.
Day, if it's like a point separating all top 3. Because Piastri could then win it, Verstappen could win it, Norris could win it. It's going down to Abu Dhabi. I've been saying it for weeks. And funny enough, we've actually got Max Verstappen's home race after this Grand Prix, so let's see what we can do. Sorry, I've got to reply to this message very quickly. Yeah, I'm massively under the weather at the moment. I do apologise. I mean, I'm having to have hot lemon drinks nearly every single day. Which, to be fair, isn't exactly the most nicest of tastes, but it's helped get rid of the sore throat, but I've now got this cough, and I've got a cold, which I'm not impressed with. Because, to be honest, this is the first time that I've been ill in 2025. This is the first time I've actually been ill all year. So, to be fair, I've done very, very well to get into like the end of November, you know, with just a cold and a sore throat. But I think colds are horrible. When you get a cold, it feels like the fucking end of the world. And so far, we are winning the Hungarian Grand Prix. Your top 5 is Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Carlos Sainz Williams is in P5, which is a fantastic result. I think Albon's in P6. Albon's in P6. It's a good result for Williams. But I would really, really love Ferrari to come in for me at the end of this season. I would love to join Ferrari.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of it.
Don't get me wrong, I like Verstappen in Red Bull, don't get me wrong, but I just want to change it up a little bit. I want him in a new team. Plus, I'm saving up all the R&D points and the resources, and the weekly resources, so that's going to go towards the rocket ship I'm going to have next season. So I think Red Bull are going to fall off next season because I'm currently adding no upgrades to any of the components. So that's aerodynamics, the chassis, the powertrain. I'm not doing anything to this current car. I'm saving up all the R&D points, so Red Bull are probably going to suffer in Season 2 quite badly. Which, it's not on me. Like, I don't want to be here next season. Like, I want Verstappen to change it up a little bit. So, and that's what I'm hoping for. A bit of change of scenery. Like, you don't want to see a driver in the same team every bloody season. It just gets boring otherwise. So, yes, what I'm hoping... I'm trying to lead McLaren up the garden path. I want them to think, oh, I'm definitely going to join you. Yeah, I'm definitely joining McLaren at the end of Season 1. Definitely, that's definitely going to happen. And then I want Ferrari to pounce, and there's Ferrari waiting. Because I don't want to decline the talks and then Ferrari and McLaren aren't there. So I'm trying to lead McLaren up the path, basically. And then Ferrari come in with the contract event after Abu Dhabi. And then I join Ferrari. That is what I want to happen. And will that happen? I mean, only time will tell what the contract event holds, but... Don't get me wrong, but I'm enjoying this Verstappen career. I'm really enjoying it because I'm going to be joining a new team with him. It'll be the first time I've ever seen him out of the Red Bull overall, and the Red Bull team itself. So I'm kind of hoping a change of team is going to benefit me on Season 2, but it normally seems to go badly wrong in Season 2 and 3. So I don't know what this game is going to hold. Like, I've only really got any other 3 teams I want to do. So that's McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari. Like, I would like it to be next season Ferrari, season after McLaren, season 4 Mercedes, and then finish the Verstappen career where it is. That's the plan I've got of this driver career with Max Verstappen, but I don't know. It depends what happens. This all depends on who's there at the end of season wanting to sign me, basically, with Verstappen, because there'll be plenty of teams in. It wouldn't surprise me if all 10 are available. That would be interesting, because you'd have Kick-Sauber, Haas, Alpine, Aston, RB. Yeah, I'd love all 10 teams in there, but I don't think that's going to happen, I'm afraid. I think it's most likely going to be the team that I'm in talks to join with. And if Ferrari aren't there, I would love to join McLaren anyway, because I think at the moment they're more likely to do a swap deal where one of their drivers goes in the other direction. So I think, knowing how the championship's looking... I mean, where's Charles Leclerc, by the way? He's meant to be our championship rival. Charles Leclerc's not even in the points. Charles Leclerc's in P12. So Charles Leclerc's not scoring points. So we're going to be extending our championship lead by another 25 points. So that's going to be a 124 point gap. We're currently leading it by 99 points. I mean, Lewis Hamilton has got Lando Norris all over the back of him, which is interesting, because Hamilton's been in P2 for God knows how long. And to be fair, like, I've actually enjoyed this stream so far. It's actually been okay, to be fair. And yeah, like, again, like, I don't want to be in the same team every season on this game. That's the thing. Like, I don't want to be stuck at Red Bull forever. I'm kind of hoping that Ferrari are going to be there, because that would be the dream. Racing for the Scuderia Ferrari for a season, then do McLaren, then do Mercedes, and then finish the Verstappen career here. And if we do finish the Verstappen career, I'm on about doing an icon driver career. I'm on about doing a Michael Schumacher career, because he is one of my favourite drivers of all time ever, and I would love to do a Schumacher career. But I'm not sure on the idea 100% yet, but We need to get some more. I tell you what I'd like on F1 25. When they do add the 2026 season on, I want them to make a few more save slots. I'd like the save slots on this game to be extended, so instead of just having 3, I'd like at least another 3 added onto that, so have at least 6, so you can have multiple driver careers open at the same time. Because I don't know how much this F1 26 is, well, it's not coming out, is it? So the 2026 F1 season is going to be added as a DLC on F1 25, so, and apparently it's going to cost money, and I don't know how much that's going to cost, but I'm hoping with the subscription fees people have got, like with EA or Xbox or stuff like that, that's going to be included in your subscription fee. But if it's not, I'm hoping it's not going to cost too much. If you're watching, please smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok. Would really appreciate your guys' support on this Tuesday afternoon. We've been on the hard tyres for quite a long time now, to be fair, but since lap 17.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Thank you for the likes, Nick. Very much appreciated, mate. Please give me a follow on TikTok if you're watching. We are growing our community very, very quickly, which is fantastic. But yeah, on F1 25, I would like to think that the F1 26 season is going to be actually pretty good. I don't know why, but Hungary is such a boring track. Oh, I know, right? Completely agree with you on that. Yeah, 100% agree. Hungary is such a boring track. To be honest, I wouldn't miss it if they scrapped it. I wouldn't miss this Grand Prix if they scrapped it. I wouldn't actually miss it if they scrapped it. It wouldn't actually bother me. Like, it wouldn't bother me if they scrapped the Hungarian Grand Prix. I would rather have like Imola back on. And apparently they're on about adding Imola back to the Grand Prix, the calendar next year. There's massive rumours. And again, this is on X, this is on Twitter. They're on about scrapping the Madrid Spanish Grand Prix next season and adding Imola back in, because apparently the Madrid circuit's nowhere near ready to race on. So if they brought Imola back for a year, it wouldn't bother me.
Yes.
But that's 9 wins from 9.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely not the quickest out there today, but we did everything well.
That's 9 wins from 9. Can we make it 10 I struggle to steer the car in Hungary. Do you know what? So do I. To be fair, I'm with you on that. The steering on Hungary is really difficult. Like, the steering wise, it is very difficult to steer the car around this track. It's not exactly the most easy because you've really got to like lock the steering in to really get it round the corner. So I know exactly the feeling on that.
From lights out
Smash
to
that
the
like button, everybody.
Flag.
Give me a follow on
This is
TikTok
what they're
if you're
racing
watching.
for.
Very much
It's
appreciate
points
it.
and a trip to the podium. But there can only be one on the top step.
Matt, I don't think your comments are coming through, mate.
Verstappen.
I don't think your comments are coming through because TikTok filter the comments. So I don't I don't know what comments you've made because they've not actually come through, my friend. So I'm not ignoring you. I've seen, I suppose not then. And I'm not ignoring you, I just don't know what I don't think your comments have come through. So yeah, apologies for that. TikTok like to filter the live chats a lot, so what is it you wanted to say? Like, because it's not actually come through on the live chat. Yeah, if you can like get what you want to say in the live chat, great, because it's not coming through. I've looked at all the live comments and nothing else has actually come through. So if you can get your comments to come through again, that would be great. But I can't see anything.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up,
Charles Leclerc's had a
sure
night. He's finished P12 and he's our closest championship rival. I'm surprised we've had no more secret meetings yet. And I've still got 63% recognition to Yuki Tsunoda's 37. How have I lost wind tunnel engineer for stuff? I've lost like 40 off it, which is crazy. Oh. So right, we are now on a season break. I am just going to set the goals for the next Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm not upgrading the car because I'm not staying at Red Bull next season, so there's no point looking at that. I am going to change the components on the car, but that won't affect us in the Grand Prix because there is a season break. Thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated. So we have got Max Verstappen's home race next, which is the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. So we've currently got 10,327 resource points. And see what I mean by Red Bull, because we're not adding upgrades. Aston Martin and Williams are catching. Yeah, a lot of people's comments aren't coming through on the live chat. That's because TikTok are filtering the live chats, a lot of people's live streams. So apologies if your chats and your comments aren't coming through. Unfortunately, TikTok are filtering quite a lot of stuff at the moment, I'm afraid. Which sucks, to be honest. We quick practice all the practice sessions because it's just a lot easier. Oh. Okay, that's failed. Try and target the stuff with like 70% or 50% succession rate. Try and target those who've got enough time for practice 2 and 3. Because that's what I try and do. I try and target the less time. Yeah, that's failed. Yeah, that's going to fail. Yeah, I'll try the 25%. Yeah, that's failed as well. It's not all bad. You've still got practice 2 and 3 to go. It's not all that bad. I mean, I'm starting to feel better, but I'm still not 100%, but I'm still struggling. See, now that's failed. This is what annoys me about how the practice sessions. A load of this shit keeps failing all the time, and it's costing me time. Fuck's sake, what's wrong with it? I don't get it. Thank you. So try that again. Oh my god. I bet that fails, told you. That's failed as well. Fuck's sakes. What was the point of having these practice sessions if this stuff just keeps failing? Like, what's the general point? Because you're fucking me off now, Red Bull. I've got bloody loads to do. Hey, that passed. Fuck me. Oh, funny enough, it's now working all of a sudden. Every component started to go through. Funny that. I told you that would fail. That's failed again. So that's done. Let's try that again. Oh my god, it fucking worked. Not me. I ain't got enough. Failed again. Okay, the race strategy, the third thing failed again, twice. Oh. Ugh. Right. So you got the Dutch Grand Prix. This is Max Verstappen's home race.
Just look at that sea of orange.
You've got qualifying and then we've got the main race itself.
We're here in Holland at Zandvoort for the Max Verstappen celebration party. It's a quick track and perfect for high speeds, high stakes qualifying.
I ain't having a cold and sore throat.
Welcome along to the Dutch Grand Prix qualifying day.
Oh. I wouldn't say Zandvoort I enjoy that much. Like, the Dutch Grand Prix is not one of my favourites, driving on it, but it's alright in the race. As long as we can get pole position, I'll be happy, because I don't really fancy being P2 or P3 on this track. And I've got DRS, and I'll drain the battery.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Yeah, it's pole position.
Nothing good up. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for the follow, Corey. Very much appreciated, mate. Welcome, absolute legend. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Absolute legend. And thank you for tuning in. Very much appreciated, buddy.
Goodbye for now then, but really we're just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Where's Yuki Tsunoda? Do I even want to know where Tsunoda is? For fuck's sake. P7. You're an absolute legend, mate. Thank you for the follow. You're an absolute legend. And welcome, by the way. Welcome to the community. So, Yuki Tsunoda's in P17. Are you having a fucking laugh? Fuck. No wonder I want out of Red Bull. I'm fucking carrying this team. Please smash that like button if you're enjoying the stream. It would be very much appreciated. Oh, do you know what? I hate having a cold and a sore throat. It is the biggest pain in the arse ever. I don't want to be ill. And I feel rough as anything. Like, I don't even know how I'm still streaming. That I should be resting. I've not been ill in ages, by the way. And all of a sudden I've picked up a cold, which I've had for nearly 3 fucking days. Oh. Oh. Oh, I feel so ill. I don't feel any good. I don't feel... Do you know what? I don't feel any better. I feel like I'm getting worse. Why did I have to pick up this cold? Why did I have to pick up a cold and a sore throat? Can I just... Why me? Like, why did I have to get ill? Like, it's not even my fault. And now the game ain't fucking loading. Brilliant. That's made me feel even better. The game isn't loading. Oh, now it is. Oh, now you want to load. Right.
Welcome along then to the North Sea coast and to the Zandvoort circuit. We're 25 miles away from Amsterdam for today's Dutch Grand Prix. It's a race the great Jim Clark won on 4 occasions, leading for an astonishing total of
how many laps it is? How many laps
4
have we
lefts
got
and
to
10
do?
rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow
count.
and demanding
I don't do
Zandvoort
the
circuit,
full length race.
with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of the 2.6-mile lap, which will demand absolute concentration from our drivers here today.
The last race of the season, I could do a full length Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I didn't think of it.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position. And
where
next
all
to
of a sudden
is
does George Russell come from?
Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc,
he wasn't even in this
Piastri,
championship hunt, but now all of a sudden
Sir
he's back
Lewis
in
Hamilton,
it.
and
Carlos
Sainz,
Sainz is P6, my
Albon,
goat.
Norris,
Albon's P7, my
Antonelli,
goat.
and
Antonelli
Fernando
P9,
Alonso,
my goat.
Gasly, Stroll, Ollie Bearman,
Oh, I can't be asked to get
Ocon,
up.
Bortoletto, Hulkenberg,
Oh,
Yuki Tsunoda,
out,
and Jack Doohan. Lawson and
what
Isaac Hadjar rounds off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, Naomi Schiff. Hello, Gnomes. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say,
I hate when the out phone goes and it's one of those fucking shitty
sure.
numbers
It is never
that you
nice
don't
to
fucking
be on the
recognise.
receiving
Never
end of that
pick it up.
teammate battle, to be the one not winning. But for the driver who is on the upper hand, it's a real confidence boost because, as you know, the first job in Formula One is to beat your teammate. It is
I
a
just
team
whacked
sport,
my
but
sort of
at the end
controller
of
on
the
my
day,
head.
that's the only driver on the grid that's got equal equipment to you, so it's the best indication of how you're doing. So for them, it's going to be a real
Stroll
confidence
still in
boost.
F1. Okay.
Okay, radio check. Radio
check.
Right, mate, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but I want you to treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks, please.
Right, let's go. Hitting on lap 14, right? Lap 14. I didn't have to take a grid penalty because I had a summer break. Whoa. That's a bit of a bonus because we changed the components on the car. I didn't have to take a grid penalty. That's fucking hilarious. Again, like, I'm not a big fan of the way this track's laid out, like some of the straights and some of the corners I'm not a big fan of. Oh, thank you for the likes, Gary. Very much appreciated, mate. If you're new to my TikTok, please give me a follow. You're all welcome on this community. So yeah, thank you for the likes. Very much appreciated. Oh, God, it feels so good. Yeah, I race on controller. Yeah, I race on controller. I just find it's a lot easier for me. I just find it's a lot easier for me.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
I hope everybody can respect that I am on controller. I mean, a lot of people do race on wheel and pedal, which I also respect, but I do race on controller. I just find it's a lot easier for me and stuff, so please smash that like button if you're watching. Please give me a follow on TikTok. We'd really appreciate it. Oh, I've got a message. No hate. I prefer on my wheel. Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Ugh. Yeah, massive shout out to Gary in the live chat. Yeah, I respect that you race on wheel. I respect that. I think that's pretty cool. I just race on control because I just find it's a lot easier for me. yeah, I thank you for the respect. That's very much appreciated. Oh, I feel so fucking
good. Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, thank you for the respect. It's very much appreciated. I've shown you respect back. So yeah, nice shout out to Gary in the live chat, who races on wheel on F125, which is epic. Yeah, I just race on control because it's just a lot easier for me. I'm sorry by the lack of energy. I'm not very well at the moment. I've got a really bad cold and sore throat, so I've not got really any energy to jump up and down like a kangaroo at the moment, to be honest with you. I feel so under the weather. And then again, it is that time of the year. People say, well, winter is coming and stuff like that, but I didn't want to go down with a cold and a sore throat. Ugh, I feel fucking ill. I feel so ill, man. Right, hang on, everybody. Pardon me, beg your pardon. Two seconds, everybody. Fuck me. Oh. I'm trying to win Verstappen a championship here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, thank you for the likes. Very much appreciated. Thank you for the likes. Please give me a follow on TikTok if you're watching. Would very much appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in and giving up your time to watch this stream. It's very much appreciated. Oh, I am so fucking ill. Oh, what now? Fuck off. Oh. Oh, I feel so ill. I feel ill. If they got smooth operator on Fortnite, smooth operator, if they got that on bloody Fortnite. Oh fuck it. God, they actually have it. Jesus Christ. What have they done? Well, it can be better than watch. It's going to be better than watching those fucking shits on Sunday lose to Palace. Yes, for the live event on Sundays.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Godzilla, The Simpsons. Yeah. I can't believe they've only
Use your
had one
overtake
season
button
of
more. It's
Simpsons.
time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
It's going to be shit. I reckon chapter 17 is fucking shit. I mean, I can't believe how much it's costing for like one single skin on the floor right now. It's like nearly 1,500 V-Bucks. It's ridiculous.
Gap to your teammate behind, 22.4 seconds.
I don't play Battle Royale anymore. I just play Blitz.
Okay, Max. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
Yeah.
I'm dreading. I am dreading Sunday. We're going to get fucking banged by Crystal Palace. Yeah, way as well. We're not winning anyway. We're shit. We can't even beat 10 men ever. We're crap. We should have won yesterday. Oh yeah, we're not getting Europe next season. If we're not in Europe next season, I'm fucking done. I ain't fucking doing it. Not even.
Yes, mate. We
I'm
hit
not
the
even
target.
joking.
Nice
If we
work.
don't get European football next season, I'm fucking done. I am not having another season without European football. Sod that. I mean, I don't understand. Why have one season of The Simpsons and then scrap it? But to be fair, we're not winning on Sunday next Thursday. We're not winning. We're going to go 4 games without a win. And there was people actually celebrating a point against Tottenham. Fucking hell, what you doing?
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Are Liverpool playing tonight or do they play tomorrow? Do Liverpool and City both play tonight or do they both play tomorrow? That's how we played last night, like a bunch of fucking ghosts. We were fucking invisible.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Yeah, all good.
Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just finishing this race.
Okay, remember to pit this lap. Okay, go, go, go. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting.
I had a nice day.
All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Well, they boxed me down, fucking George Russell. Well. What a move.
Tyre condition still looking good.
Yeah, I did say that the other day. What fucking trick or treat? Do you know what they're doing now, right? Do you know they're putting tax on milkshakes now? Yeah, you know sugar tax. They're putting sugar tax now on milkshakes and lattes. If you get a latte from like Costa Coffee or something like that, they're putting sugar tax on that now. Fucking no one's gonna have any money left, are they? We're all gonna be skint.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 43.2 seconds.
I've got too many crowns on film, right?
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
I've just done a one. I've just done a 1:15.0. Bloody hell, I'll skip that.
Okay, Max. Lap times are a little erratic
Is there
at the
any
moment. Let's try and close up the difference
fixtures?
between them.
Okay.
Who Bristol City got? Is that away? Wrexham. What, Wrexham? Yeah, I know. I'm only on 100. I'm only on 138. What do you mean? Is that it? I've got my bloody butt off for those grounds. I think I probably have anyway. Oh, unlucky. That's on him, not me. Yeah, fuck it. Oh, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, you probably don't even play Fortnite anymore. Well, play some Snoopy.
Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
I feel so ill. Confirm change.
Copy that.
It's a little bit funny. This feeling inside. I feel ill. Lando or Max? I'm going to say Lando. Lando Norris is going to win the championship, but only just. Whoa. What can hell Jack doing? Can hell? Yes. Yeah, definitely Lando. Lando Norris is going to win the championship this weekend. They're probably playing a bit of Snoopy. Yeah, I don't play COD anymore. Yeah, fuck that.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Okay. It's a little bit funny. Oh.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
Yeah. We need to stay away from Bristol City as long as we can because they keep winning. As long as we stay away, they keep doing well. They get promoted, guys. Oh. I generally feel good. I think my tyres are now.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Oh. Why did I have to get ill? Like, shit! Oh my god! What the hell? I went fucking drifting then. What the fuck? What the fuck happened here? I went fucking drifting. What the fuck?
Okay, Max, we need to save some ERS, so let's use all the techniques you know about to charge it up.
Yeah.
Huh? It's a little bit funny.
Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now. We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
Yep, we can.
Box this lap.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
It's a little bit funny.
Don't forget, box this lap.
Fucking front life out of you.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
I generally don't like Fortnite, but you know, I still play it. Up the road. Yeah, that's all I seem to see around at the moment. Everyone's digging every fucking road up. Fucking hell. I know, right? Fucking Bob the Builder FC. I know, right?
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I didn't even want to wake up. I didn't even want to wake up this morning. I was too fucking tired. Da, 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 da. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. I am. Huh? Well, Lando Norris is out. Lando Norris is out the Grand Prix. Lando's gone. Lando's retired. Lando's out.
Caution, caution.
Oh.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Green flag.
Thank you for the likes, very much appreciated. SC26 on Thursday. SC26 Thursday. Then tomorrow Hogwarts Legacy, Thursday SC26, Friday F1. Saturday probably Fortnite live event. No, that's not. No? No? Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Huh? No, not desperate. Oh, I generally feel even worse than I did yesterday.
Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Nice pushing 72 laps here. I love it.
Let's go, 10 minutes from 10.
job, guys.
Let's go.
Enjoy this slowdown now. Well done, mate.
I am. I've just finished my race.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that
cold.
Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
Oh,
Can you
No,
believe it?
no,
Max Verstappen
Coles.
doubles his
No.
own record of 10 victories in a row. Who would have thought? The first time we saw it, we thought it was incredible, but he's done it again. The level of dedication, consistency, and hard work that it takes to achieve something like this is incredible. So, hats off.
So transfer? They're not doing it. They're on the way. They're not doing a trial, are they? Because you've got those 5.
It's
doing
what
that
every
other thing,
driver
haven't they?
imagines when they start out on their long road towards Formula One. And for our lucky 3 today,
probably played
here's the
some
podium
snooker.
waiting for them. And for those that have missed the Dutch national anthem, fear not. It's back again because Max Verstappen is back on the top step.
Yeah, my shitty sports director. Not saying sports direct's a bad shop. Sometimes their clothes are alright. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, not terrible. Oh, we want £85 for that tracksuit. I ain't paying 85 quid. Not bad.
Well, what an end to another fantastic...
We're gonna win the championship. Oh God. I'm 96 rated on F1. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, Johnny Evans. Share your heart and your to all. Well, I've got a secret meeting. It's McLaren. It's McLaren.
Been scouring the socials and asking around, and I'm delighted to say that the team are none the wiser about us chatting with anyone else. And the meeting went well too. I know. I'm amazing.
I feel
You're
ill.
welcome.
I generally feel ill. I don't feel any better. I feel like I'm getting worse. Oh, it's going to rain in qualifying, for fuck's sake. I'm just finishing this off. I'm not happy. I've been 3 days I've been like this. I'm fucking fuming. Who's a silly Billy? Huh? Huh? What are you watching? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, who's Billy? Oh, it's George. Who the fuck's Georgie? Who? 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 Who is it? Who? Who's Penny? Oh. Oh. I've got chicken and chips. Yeah, but it's a fucking chicken piece. It's not a fucking old chicken. I'm fucking fuming. Oh, why does this keep failing? For fuck's sake! F1, don't piss me off. Oh, I hate this game. I don't want to play this game anymore. Ow. I hurt myself. Oh, I don't like practice in the rain. Oh, quality in the rain, for fuck's sake. No, I'm fucking fuming. Cold. I'm even... where's the... Why does it sound like a frog? I don't know, let's wait and see. Oh, you B-Tech. Oh, for fuck's sake! I hate this game. I generally hate this game. I hate F1. I'm cold! .96 rated. Nice. BTE. Ow. Have to wait and see. Oh, it's fucking chucking it. It's chucking it down. It's raining fucking cats and dogs in
It's all
Italy,
about
for
the
fuck's
speed
sake.
today. Qualifying awaits us. Welcome to Monza for the
I don't like
Italian
this
Grand
game
Prix.
I don't like it in the rain. I fucking hate it. I don't want to go to. I don't want. Oh, it's full wet race quality as well. For fuck's sake. Oh. Fuck's sake, man. Oh, I hate qualifying in the rain. Oh. I hate this. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm okay. I'm not having a bad day. I'm just ill. I've got a cold and a sore throat. I'm under the weather. I'm alright. I'm alright apart from that. Yeah, I've also got a cold as well. I've not just got a sore throat, I've got a freaking cold as well. No, wrong pole position. No, I'm going to start P3. No. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm starting P3. Oh. Oh. Oh, God.
With qualifying complete, all that remains now...
Oh. Fuming. I've run out of bloody battery on the last straight as well, for fuck's sake. I'm bloody cold as well, I'm freezing. Right. No, I don't want to go to a tutorial. Fuck off. Oh? What's the second? Huh? Huh? To be honest, I've got no idea what I'm on about half the time. What's all the survival? Why can't I click on survival challenges? Well, this is still on there. They've not changed that yet. For fuck's sake. Right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you on the next one.